Okay guys, this poor RTL-SDR was outside for more than 2 weeks in all kind of weather circumstances. So let's see what kind of stuff we have, what kind of damage is achieved. This is a spider antenna for PMR, for receiving purposes. Of course, it can be used for transmitting, but there you go. Okay, so elastic rope that was hanging from the tree is not elastic anymore. So 2 weeks plus on a tree will do a great damage to this thing. It will work, but it's not elastic anymore. Lots of wavering on the trees. It was hooked to the top of antenna with hot glue, so that was kinda ingenious solution. Hot glue is extremely useful. Also right here. Here we just have a normal 2x2 electrician clamps for 220 volts or 110. I don't know what you guys use in United States. And yeah, this is a normal cable from RTL-SDR. I have just cut the here because the original antenna is pure garbage. And this antenna is working really nice when it's outside. That was the reason why this thing was sitting outside, you know, to remove interference. So these cables, these are just 2 times of USB cables. I don't know, about 5 or 6 meters, 2 of them. I have tested this with 30 meters of UTP cable, and there is not enough current. And I was reading, you know, a little bit later, up till 18 meters is possible on USB, if I'm not wrong, so that these cables will work. UTP cables, sorry, probably same stuff with pure USB cables. Yeah, so yeah, let's see what's happening with this poor fella. Is there any bugs in here or water or whatever? Let me just grab my pure China knife, 10 years old. It's with me. It's really not sharp because I use it all the time. I don't care about sharpness that much because I'm not playing a tactical dude. Okay, so there is a condensation here, definitely a lot of condensation. And oh yeah, so I was wrapping this poor dude maybe more than needed. Okay, so this is out, and probably I need to use, probably I'm not going to cut myself. Yeah, there is a little bit of rust. There is a little bit of rust here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. So definitely that was a kind of moronic idea. But there you go, I do that kind of stuff, so now my table is dirty. Right, so condensation, let me clean this guy a little bit with a little bit of toilet paper because all professionals use it. And let's see, do we have some kind of, you know, damage right here. So how exactly I'm going to open this dude? Okay, so I don't know how I'm going to approach. Oh, there you go. Okay, let's open that thing. No water in here. Little bit wet, but no water. Is this thing damaged? Not really, except this USB connector. Let me remove that. Probably I'm not going to break here because, you know, I have tendency to break stuff. No condensation in here. And there you go. This is this blue dongle electronic. Let me zoom a little bit. So I'm not into electronic. I don't know how to explain what these things are, except that I know that these are chips and capacitors and coolers and crystals and connectors and diode. Oh, this is diode and transistor, all kind of garbage. I don't like SMD that much. And there is a, what is this, cooler? I don't know. So there is no too much damage on this one. It works. Now the reason why I have pulled it out from the tree is I have acquired a GP antenna for 0.7 centimeters, and now I'm going to cut this thing right here and hook it up to external antenna to see what kind of benefits we have. Now when we are here, let me see what kind of crystal is this. Just a second, maybe you will be able to see that, maybe not. 28.800. 28.800. Okay, so maybe that means for something for some of you guys. Okay, so this is a very short video about this toy, which is actually really cool piece of gear. And now I need to wrap my mind around how this thing was placed here. As I said, I'm not really interested in electronic, especially SMD, because it's really sensitive compared to old school stuff. When I say old school, I don't mean necessarily the tube technology, because that's really old, but there you go. Do I advise you guys to buy these SDRs? Definitely yes. Buy original if you can, the silver. Silver is a newer version. This is old stuff, like probably you can see marking 820T2 and so on. Generally really cool device. Connector is a little bit weak, but then again, this is SMD small stuff intended to be used internally. And generally, yeah, get the silver version, original version, and get the things that you need to hook up here, you know, or that SDR version that supports HF frequencies, you know, between 0 and 30 megahertz, because this is really important. These guys will work on UHF good, on VHF a little bit less good, and on HF without that external thing really bad results. But get the stuff with HF, the electronic piece, or internal already built. This blue one is good for UHF, VHF, as I said, but not for HF. Forget about HF on this one. Just with this Blanco solution. I don't know what's that term, LNA, I think, that needs to be hooked here for HF, but yeah, there you go. Grab them while they are cheap. I mean, they were cheap. I bought this one for 10 euros, $10, whatever, and now they are between 30 and 35 euros, and the silver ones are even more expensive, but with them you got HF. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do with this spider thing, yeah, I need to hook here the connector, BNC connector. Well, that means that I need to find BNC connector, which will be interesting thing to do, because I don't have it probably. Okay, so guys, thank you for watching, thank you for share and subscribe if you didn't, and see you in the next one. Ciao. Yeah, this is knife from China. I have video on that on my channel, you can check it. Bought it for $2, 2.5, and served me for 10 years. It's not cool, it's not military, it's not tactical, but it is with me 10 years and it gets the job done. Yep. Right, thanks for watching, and see you next one. Ciao.